I want a pet monkey. Wood is such a blessing for humanity.
You remind me today of a small Mexican chihuahua.
Okay, good. Get her undressed and we'll do this thing.
Here's the thing with that champ. That's short for champion.
What a heavy load Einstein must have had.
Yeah.
We're freezing our ass off up here.
Bullshit.
All right then, let's do something about it.
The Morning Stream. Stir, whip, 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 stir, beat. Hello, everybody, and welcome to TMS. It's the Morning Stream for Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. I'm Scott Johnson, and that is Brian Ibbett. Good morning.
That is me. That right there is me.
Let no one be fooled. Take no substitutes. It is Brian
That's
Ibbett.
Right. Except no...
Yeah. Unless it's Bobby for one day. It's fine. You can accept that.
Well, he's not a substitute. He's Bobby. I don't... When we have somebody come in, I don't consider them to be a substitute. They are who they are.
Yep.
And... and let no one say otherwise.
Yeah. Let no one tear asunder, or however the old phrase goes.
Right. That's almost what I said, honestly.
Was nearly there. Hey, everybody. We're glad to have you all here today with us. We hope you're having a good Wednesday. I don't know how mine is yet. It was tenuous. It was cold. It was hot last night, so we were like, going to sleep hot kind of sucks. But we're not ready to turn the AC on because we know the weather's going to be weird again.
You could get something. Yeah, it's May in the Rocky Mountain states could be anything.
Yeah, it's unreliable. So we go to bed kind of hot, and then it got really cold in the night. So I woke up this morning going, I don't want to ever get out of this bed. Not just today. I never want to leave the warmth of this bed. And of course you have to.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was freezing this morning.
I did something in my back. It might have been just the driving back and forth to Kansas City being, because we really only one break along the road, stopped in Hayes each way. Yeah. Although I didn't get back. We did stop at a rest stop so that the ladies could pee. But I stayed in the front seat. I didn't get out to pee. I didn't get out of the car. I could have and probably should have gotten out of the car and stood up and stretched my legs a little bit, but
lower back, upper back, anywhere.
Lower back. And I also... So Scott had a decision to make. Had to decide, do I want to switch to, or do I need a replacement resin printer? Because I've been having some problems with my current 6-7-year-old resin printer that is a large format resin printer. Did great stuff initially, but has been having some problems lately where the quality of the prints really quickly degraded. It happened while I was doing some prints for somebody, and so had some issues with that, and said, you know what, all right, I think I'm gonna just break down and get a new one, because I get a lot of Etsy orders for those Kyber crystal holders, so I want to make sure that I can print those and not have to do reprints. It was coming out to about a 50% toss rate, where half of the things would come out bad. And Mech Addicts says, I've heard that the LCD screens have to be replaced. Very true. I did just replace the LCD screen thing on that one for 3 months ago, and I don't think that's a problem, because I looked at the quality, like basically get the light shining up through it, and the there's no artifacts or any problems there. I think it might be the super bright UV light that comes up through the LCD screen. Yeah. And that's like that. When I found that, I was like a $250, $300 part to replace.
So those dim over time, they lose their luster.
I think so, which is really weird, because they're not fluorescent bulbs. I think they're UV LEDs, I think. Yeah. But who knows? I think it is dimming, because it did require, like, I had a bunch of failing prints, and then I had to adjust all my settings just to get actual prints.
What if that's that might be just true of LEDs in general, and our eyes don't notice the degradation because it's not that big a deal. But when you're talking about a print, you need the light is part of the process. Maybe that's enough to be a problem. That's weird.
Yeah. Silver Wisp MK says, you might have better results from an FDM printer than resin. I mean, I have two FDM printers, a large format Cobra Max that does all the hard work, but the things I'm printing, those Kyber crystal holders just won't have the right quality to do on an FDM printer. I need the resin for that one. Yeah. So anyway, I broke down and I bought a new printer, and I'm going to send you a photo here.
Please
see
do.
If this works. I went big, Scott.
Okay. Uh-oh.
I went really big.
I'm nervous.
So what the photo is that I'm sending you,
there it
is my old printer build plate.
Okay.
The silver one is the old printer build plate. The checkerboard pattern one is the new printer build plate.
Geez. I was just going to say. Where's the comparison? It's actually sitting on it. Holy hell! It's actually
sitting on it. Yeah, that's the
this is a Brian toe.
Cubic Photon.
Look at this right here. Little Brian
M7.
foot.
Oh, look at my feet.
Yeah.
You can see my feet.
Yeah.
My gnarly toe.
Can't help it. Pinch and zoom.
Let's Zoomie Fingers, man. You're trouble. You're trouble with that.
I
At least
can't help
zoom
it.
into my crotch.
Yeah, that's true.
But that is the size of the.
That's really big, dude. That's huge. So that's good though, right? Means more surface. And
oh my gosh, I did. You know what? Let me grab a comparison. Real quick.
Yeah, grab it. Let's take a look and see. I'm fascinated with how big these are letting people print things these days.
Yeah, and the thing I'm going to show you, it does not require a large format printer, but I'm going to show you. This is a capybara print that I did, and hopefully, I don't know how well the resolution is going to come here. Let's see if I put a.
Oh yeah, you can put a little something behind it.
If I put a little something behind it.
Yeah, that might diffuse it some.
Anything dark? It's red. We'll see if it works. But anyway, so. Oh yeah, no, it's not going to work because it just reflects it. Anyway.
Yeah.
This is a little capybara that I printed for Gwen. I'm printing a bunch of little minifigs for little D&D figures for Gwen with the tea shop.
Yeah.
For Phoenix Pearl Tea.
Sure.
And quality wise, you can start seeing it, especially if I turn upside down, like very pockmarked from the supports, shiny, losing a lot of detail, problems like that.
Oh yeah, it almost looks. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it is really weird. It's you kind of see modeling and bumps and things like that. Same exact settings, same exact resin. This is the one I printed on the, you really can't tell. I'm just noticing that with these 0 pockmarks, 0, those are the drain holes. But like quality wise, it is a night and day difference using the same settings, the same exact bottle of resin, not just the same brand, but the same exact bottle of resin between the two. Speaking
of brands, is the printer the same brand or a different brand?
It is. It's also an Anycubic. Gotcha. It's an Anycubic replacing an older Anycubic.
So you probably just ran into the 7-year lifetime is about right for a
I think so.
resin printer or something.
Yeah. Exactly. It went from a Photon M4, Photon M3 to a Photon M7. And so skipped 4 generations, but this thing is, I'll post a pic in Discord showing you the differences between these two.
Oh yeah, we'd love to see it. Is it faster as well, or no difference there?
It's way faster.
Oh really?
This thing is deluxe, dude. It's got a pump, so I can actually put the a pump into the bottle of resin, and if it starts running out of resin, it'll pump more in there, and when I'm done with the print, it'll suck all the resin back out and put it back in the bottle.
Oh, that's cool. So you wouldn't know. That probably would have. Well, so anything that you've got like a core to that's going to be liquified, right? Or not liquefied, but you're going to, instead of having that stuff have to sit in there and cure longer or whatever, you can take it out and use it, is what you're saying, right? Is that the idea?
Yes. I mean, it just basically keeps you from having to clean the thing every time you want to change filament. Like I can basically say, oh, all right, I'm done with the opaque filament or opaque resin. Let me just grab a bottle of clear resin for the next part of the print, the clear red part or the transparent, and it'll
that's cool.
And because it starts with an empty tray each time, it heats up the resin, which gives you better quality. So it actually in the tray warms the resin. It detects if there's a problem and stops the print immediately, as opposed to just continuing to continuing to print with garbage and waste your resin. It's got this is dumb, but it's got a built-in set of hooks in there, so when I finish the print, I can take it off the take the build plate off of the platform that raises and lowers, and put it on these hooks that puts it at an angle to drain all of the resin off of the print, so I don't put all that stuff in the washing and curing station.
Oh, that's cool. That's what's great about these iterations is they're now thinking about stuff like that. It's kind of like, it's like a table saw where you can't cut a hot dog if you put it down next to it. It's like, well, the original table saws would just shear your finger off and that was your bad luck.
Right.
It's like now they're thinking of these features that are
it's almost
cooler.
like it's got like detection. Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to put, so people are asking what the model is. It's a Mono M7 Max from Anycubic. It is, I did a lot of research, and everybody, like all the reviewers that I follow on YouTube, are saying this is the best printer of 2025 so far.
Oh, nice. So that's a brand new model, pretty much.
This is brand new. Yeah, it just came out this year.
Oh, yeah, look at this. Checking this out here.
Whatever, Mac Addict. Actually, I did get it at a little bit of a discount.
Oh, good.
So
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Nothing wrong with saving a little cash.
I did not buy it direct from Anycubic, and I got it during a one day Amazon sale that knocked it down about 25.
That's great. Nice. Well, congratulations on your new arrival.
$400 more than if I were to buy a replacement LED that may or may not have even solved the problem. So
Sure. Well, that's cool. Well, congratulations. Well done.
Well, thank you.
May all your prints be clean, and may people flood you with requests on Etsy so that you may cover the cost of your printer.
I need to we could do some YouTube videos to promote the Kyber Crystal things, because all of a sudden, did I cut out 25% discount? Sorry, I think it cut out when I was saying percent, and people.
Oh yeah, I thought you said bucks too. 25% is a better deal.
25% significant.
Yeah,
and I need to promote the Kyber Crystal holders, because they're. I'm all of a sudden, people are searching like crazy for them. I guess summer months, people are going to Disneyland. They're getting their lightsabers, and they want the.
I didn't think of that.
Holders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a season for this.
Exactly. So now it is the season for me to really promote the crap out of the Kyber.
This is Brian's Black Friday for Kyber Crystal building.
It really is.
Yeah.
Kind of is.
That's
Black
awesome.
Season.
Black season. Hopefully a few black Kyber crystals will be found by people if they get lucky. All right. Well, there you have it. Hey, I went to the dentist yesterday, and I just have this to say.
Yeah.
Great visit. No cavities, no changes. The zombie tooth continues to exist, and no one needs to do anything with it. All my watches are fine. Everything's good.
Sure.
No big issues. But I got a brand new hygienist yesterday who was intense, and I don't mean like just the work, is that was also intense. She was very thorough, but also very like, all right, this may hurt a little. I'm gonna get this tartar that I just found. She's like way into it. She goes, the job security for us is that you can't see behind your teeth, and so no one will ever be able to get back there but me. So that's my job security. And she was just talk. And it was one of those things where I couldn't respond very well, and it's fine, it's whatever. But,
I hate that. Yeah.
But we had a whole conversation about AI, because she says, what do you do for a living? And I said, well, I have this little media podcast business thing, and we do shows, and I try to sort of give her the basic of it, and she goes, oh, that's really cool. Do you use AI a lot? And I said, not really. I mean, we talk about it, and it comes up because it's a big thing these days, and blah blah blah. And I said it does help me with like my transcription of shows where I need to pay attention to every word said, like film sack pre-shows and things like that. I didn't tell her film sack because she wouldn't know what I was talking about. But
that opens up a whole extra conversation that you probably don't want to have.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about why it has the word sack in it, right? Like all that kind of stuff. It's just hard. Sometimes you have to generalize what you do, or else you're just going to be there all day.
Exactly.
You've been there 100 times. Same here. It's just like annoying.
Absolutely.
But anyway, she was fine, but it was just one of these intense things, and she had lots to say about everything. She goes, I used AI to make an invitation for a party, and it got nothing right. Nothing I told it, none of it. And I said, well, I mean, it's not great yet. She goes, now, is that actually artificial intelligence? I said, well, I could explain what an LLM is. And she, now, what's that? And I said, well, what kind of AI are you using? She goes, I'm using that Google one. I said, so Gemini probably. She says, yeah. I said, okay, well, it's a large language model. And she goes, oh, you lost me there. Anyway, tartar on the very back of your teeth. And back to the talk about teeth. It was just like, weep, whap, weep, whap, weep. But the best part about it is when I got there, she seemed really nervous when I got there. And I thought, this is weird. Why I'm just a dork. And I've been coming to this dentist for 20 years. Why? What's the problem? And she says, so you're just next door then? And I said, well, I mean, do you mean my city is kind of next door, I guess, because we.
I was gonna say, like in the grand sense of things.
Yeah,
sure.
in the larger, like we're all neighbors and friends kind of way, like.
Right,
like, what do you mean by that? And she goes, well, no, I mean the office next door. And I said, no, I'm all the way from, it's before she asked what I did.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, and I immediately see her slack and go loose and less nervous. And she goes, oh, okay. Your name is Scott Johnson, though. I said, yeah. She goes, okay, I thought you were the endodontist, like, pro dude that lives next door that everyone's nervous about. And I was like,
one of these dental facilities that's got a lot of different offices in there for different.
So she thought I was some big shot guy that ran this other practice with like 4 other doctors, and that I was going to be, somebody who would be very critical of her work or whatever, all this stuff. And I'm like, no, dude, that ain't me. That's not me. We have a lot of us. There's a lot of Scott Johnsons. Unfortunately, I'm one of many, and it all worked out. And then she was just like chill, totally chill after that.
Doesn't happen to dudes named Brian Ibbett.
No, it doesn't, does it? It doesn't. Like one day we're going to find somebody more famous than Brian Ibbett, but I don't think that's, you know what? I don't think it's going to happen. I think by the end of your life, if you put down a flag and said, who is the most well-known Brian Ibbett? It'll be you.
I will have that. I will be spots 1, 2, and 3 on that.
That's right.
On that chart.
You are the list.
I did Uber my dentist once, and we didn't realize because he only comes in at the very end, so we barely see each other, right? Like the hygienists do all the work.
They really do.
And then the dentist comes in, gets all the glory, and says, "Oh, all right, everything looks good here. Okay, see you in a few months." Mm-hmm. That's all they do. That really is it.
Yeah, they come in, they hand that rocks the cradle your mouth for 5 minutes, and then they leave.
Right.
And you're like, well, all right, that's great.
Right. Yeah. But picked him up and. He said, oh, I'm a dentist. Oh, where's your practice? Oh, over on 64th. I'm like, oh, I go to a practice on 64th. And then turns out he's my dentist.
That's funny, dude. You didn't recognize him at all when you saw him?
Oh, no. No, they have a couple different dudes who work at that in the same practice. Yeah. So a couple different younger dentist dudes. And he's only been in once. The other guy comes in more often. Almost every time it's the other guy. So
yeah, we had the similar here. My main doctor I've seen for 20 years is rarely there now. I think he's getting close to hanging it up. And he started the practice in like a two bedroom house conversion office thing and grew it to be this massive thing with like 5 doctors there and I don't know how many other people working. It's like a big deal now. But he's only there on Tuesdays. So yesterday I thought, oh, I'll get to see my guy. He loves talking about Apple stuff. He wants to talk about art and podcasts. He's into what I do, so he actually understands it. And I was thinking, oh, cool, I get to see him again. No, but some guy who looks like he's 13 who just got out of dental school, and it's like, and he was fine. He knew his stuff. He was very professional, but I feel like I'm dealing with children. I don't like it.
Yes. Do they call you sir?
Yes,
well, sir,
he did.
Like your mouth is.
He did call me sir. Now that you mention it, now I'm even more annoyed because don't call me sir.
Exactly.
I'm not your dad, although I'm apparently old enough to be, right?
Right. I'm not asking your daughter out. You're not asking my daughter out. You don't need to call me sir.
But my dentist, when he was starting out, we first started using him, and we were both like 32 or something. I don't know what we were. Yeah. And it was like he and I are young, and we had little babies, and it was just like that was the thing. And now he's still, we're still the age we are. We've grown together. But now all these people he's hiring, they are all just out of puberty, it feels like. I know they're not. Yeah. They've all gone to dental school, and they're all, professional dentists. But they come walking in just looking like the most dude bro Gen Z looking.
They really are.
It's weird. It's really weird. Anyway, that was just fun.
I was just selling some crypto in the back. All right, how are these teeth looking?
But we did get we got J-Dogs coupons and
oh, nice.
Went straight there. Oh, it's so good. And I found out. So they built this brand new baseball diamond near us for our team, the Bees, the Salt Lake Bees. Mm-hmm. And it's now right near us, and there's a new theater going in there and all this stuff. We're very excited about it overall.
Cool.
But they told me yesterday, the J-Dogs guy goes, and we're building one right there. And I'm like, that's literally 10 to 15 minute walk from my house, 2-minute drive. You're going to murder me. I'm going to die of hot dog.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
We found out they're putting a Dutch Brothers coffee just down the road from us. Like they're already starting the build process. They've got coming soon Dutch Brothers coffee, and it's like, this is going to be the freaking end of me. This is the end of me.
Yeah. I've heard. Wait, do we have a Dutch Brothers? We might now, but I hear nothing but raves. Like everybody wants to go to Dutch Brothers. They just want to live there.
Really, really good. But come on, let's be honest. It's not a coffee shop. It's a milkshake shop.
It's a milkshake shop. It's a fancy milkshake.
Yeah, I mean, I usually get their. They have a energy drink thing that they stick in the blender. It's a Rebel Energy, and they have a zero sugar version. So they throw a couple squirts of peach and watermelon in a zero sugar peach and watermelon into a zero sugar Rebel with some ice, and make a nice little frozen blend. It's like an energy Slurpee is what it is.
I mean, yeah, sure. I guess that sounds right. You know what? They have. I'm looking at their menu now.
Yeah.
I mean, come on here.
Coffee is the lowest thing on their list.
Like,
look at that,
this
right?
cereal over here. Basically, these matcha teas are full of sugar.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Oh, is this the Rebel? Is this the one you're talking about?
Yeah, the Dutch Brothers Rebel, yeah. And then you can get the Poppin' Boba Fire Lizard. So banana, orange, and strawberry squirts with strawberry boba in a Rebel.
Damn.
It kind of looks like if something looks like that, you have it checked out by a doctor.
Yeah, right? Look at these things. That's not good.
That's what RFK would be happy if everybody in the country looked like. That
yeah, I guess they're doing good though. They're all over the place.
Does it say how many calories were in that thing you were just
I missed it. Let me go back and look. Let's see. Whoops, it's in this one. It has. Do they say? 2,000. I'm sorry.
No, that just is the.
Okay. I was about to go, holy shit.
But let's be honest. If you don't get the zero sugar version of that, and there's no way to get a zero sugar version of what that is, you're probably looking at about 800 to 1,200 calories.
Yeah, that's a lot,
it's
dude.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, go easy, everybody. Don't drink it all in one gulp. That's all we're saying. They're all over the place here in Utah. I'm shocked.
Oh, really? Oh, good. You got to go check one out.
Like 10, 12 of them in the city?
Yeah.
I'm
going to warn you right now, don't go there if you're in a hurry, because you'll have 3 people working on drinks in the back, but there'll be a 4th person who just leans out the window and says, So what are you doing today? What do you got going on today? Oh, that's cool. Really? I'm not kidding. I am not exaggerating. It is.
Man, St. George has 3. There's plenty of these. Oh,
go check one out.
They're blowing up. All right. Good job,
blowing up.
Brothers of Dutch.
Coming soon, one down the block from yours truly.
Yep. Sorry, Montana, the Dakotas, and Nevada barely has any.
No, they really do paint a southern swath.
Yeah.
Michigan is out. Wisconsin.
Yeah, F the upper eastern block up here. Yeah. Forget that. Yeah. New York. Pfft. New York. All right. Let's move on to this. I got a call from Talia we have to play. I don't know if she's in the chat today or not.
All right.
If she's here, great. If she's not, well, that's her problem. Here is her call.
Hey, guys, it's Talia. You ever wonder, if we should have, a shibboleth to, determine other Frog Pants people? If you see someone, sitting in a car listening to TMS, you walk up and yell, explosive tip or fart gas at them. Is that supposed to, let them know that, hey, we're in on our circle? That's our special thing anyway.
Smoke weed every day.
Now, I cut out her taking a drag on some sort of bong or whatever it was. I cut that out.
Oh, really? Did she have that in her audio?
Yeah.
She had a little...
It was like a full-on... Yeah, you hear the bubbles and stuff, and I thought... I was hesitant because I went, I don't know what the rules are, Twitch or YouTube, on, I don't know.
It could have been just her blowing bubbles in a hot cocoa or something. Or
I have my doubts. I have a feeling it was real. But anyway, what's
I love that idea? Like a little shibboleth of, a handshake or a hand sign or something along those lines.
Yeah,
it's great.
I'm also pleased to have learned
shibboleth.
What a shibboleth?
I'd never heard of it until I got the call yesterday, and I looked it up.
Me neither. Yeah.
A word or pronunciation that distinguishes people of one group or class from those of another. So yeah, I guess if you had another
or custom, a principle, a belief. So you know how motorcyclists, when they pass each other, they'll do a little bit of they kind of lower their hands to do a little wave from the hand that's on the inside Like, so if you've got, one motorcycle going this way, another one going the other way.
Yeah.
They'll put their hands out to kind of do a little howdy.
Oh, right. That's a shibboleth.
That's a shibboleth.
So then you could say like CB operators are full of those, right?
Oh, sure. Like,
it's like their own language almost.
Their own language. That's a good one.
Hey, good buddy, get up on the big town, come back, or whatever they say. I don't know what they do. My dad used to do that a little bit. Like we'd be in the motorhome.
Really? Yeah.
And he'd have a CB hooked up, and you'd hear something go, and he'd pick it up and go, yeah, that's I hear you just fine up here in the thing, Big Daddy. Come back.
Breaker, whatnot.
Yeah. And I'm looking at my dad going, like, what are you, Dad? Are you like a stereotype? Are we on a great big convoy running through the night? What are we doing here?
Exactly, yeah.
Anyway.
Got $50.
That's where that line came from, right?
It is from Convoy, yeah. It was Borgnine trying to get a bribe out of Chris Christopherson, if I remember correctly.
I love it. Love it. All right, we got one more call from your neck of the woods, Luke in Boulder, and this has a visual component, so listeners, we'll describe it the best we can, but here's what he has to say. And he did it using the new, I told you about that new AI converter thing, so if you choose to do so, I don't choose, you do, the listener, if you want their voice to be AI generated from their text, and that's what he did, so here it is.
Greetings, gents. Just wanted to, 1, revisit the Manila Bulletin moment from yesterday. Really had me laughing. And 2, wanted to get both your opinions on the redesign of the Mountain Dew logo. I quite like the more old school's vintage feel. The old one felt like forced 90s lighting bolts and reminded me of the No Fear brand of clothing.
All right, so I got a version of this we're going to show everybody. Brian's got one on our notes. And for those at home,
100% agree.
Yeah, I think the new logo is actually kind of rad.
It is. I like it harkens back to the Mountain Dew that we grew up with, which had, golly, for almost 30 years, they used that top center one. And that's the one I remember.
Yeah, that was it.
Where you've got the word dew tucked into the space made by the word mountain. A mix of capital letters and lowercase letters. And really, I guess it's just the A, I, and E that are lowercase.
And that T is nuts. It's doing a lot of work in the middle there.
It is. And so I like the harkening back with the new one.
Yeah,
I think I never cared for the MTN. You got room. You could write out Mount.
I agree. Did not care for that. Felt like that was KFCing it. Don't do that. That's dumb. The original is lame, the 48 one, but that's 48, whatever. 69, they changed it, kept it, like you said, 30 years, freaking forever. And then 96, they changed it to a pretty good one. I think it's all right. But that 05 one,
Yeah, exactly. It's like, ooh, Fish Islands. Yeah.
But this new one, look at this 2025, baby.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah, big fan.
I will drink a Mountain Dew.
I like the, it's less abstract, first of all, but I like chiefly this just sort of thick raised business. I think that's great. But they snuck a little 48 in there by putting the
they did,
yeah.
Established 1948. And a little the W's pooping out a little registered trademark symbol.
Oh yeah, look at that. Just shitting it out the back.
Yep.
See, you're a pinchy Zoomie too. You can see things. You saw you saw
things.
that. Yeah.
Listen,
I see things.
I see things.
I
see registered people.
Well, good news, everyone. It's time for Tadpole feud, and that means the fourth caller's getting in. Dunaway is for sure getting in. And
good prizes today, thanks to Taffy Guy.
Oh, that's great.
You want to win today, folks.
Really? I'm scared now. But what do we got? Full of sugar? What are we doing here? What do we got going?
Oh, no, they're games, but they're great games.
Excellent. All right, well, let's bring them on in. You know him, you love him. It's Brian Dunaway. Hello.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. I know me and love me. I love me so much.
You should love you. You're great.
We love you too.
You're a lovable feller, a man about town.
I'm certainly cuddly. Ooh.
Well, that's the truth. Let's take our fourth caller. I'm pretty sure we have one. Yep, we do. And it is a familiar voice. Let's see here.
I always worry when you say that.
I know. It makes you just tense up a little bit. I do too.
It does,
just
exactly.
But it's not too bad. It's Stephanie Annapets. We like Stephanie a lot. She's great. We like everybody. You're all great. You're all wonderful. But some of you give us a little more.
All of you.
Some of you give us a little gas when we least expect it. That's all. It is everyone's favorite mermaid and Spider-Man fan. It is Stephanie Annapets. Hello, Stephanie. How are you?
It's me.
It's a you. Hey, what's going on with you? How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I have a little bit of work drama going on, but it's my 14th year anniversary with my husband.
Oh my gosh, that's great!
Wow, congratulations!
Congrats, yeah.
14 is no small
that's
number.
exciting.
Yeah, you're breaking all the rules over there. Well, it's nice to hear you and virtually see you. We haven't seen you since Vegas. It feels like it's been like 2.5 weeks. Is that how long it's been?
God, isn't that crazy?
3 weeks?
Yeah.
3 weeks?
3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, three weeks.
Today's the
The day.
21st, and
To the day, right?
Pretty much, yeah. 3 weeks ago today was our live show.
That is very odd. But
We all watched you put about 12 ounces of tomato juice into a 3-ounce Bloody Mary.
Yep. Never forget, never surrender. Hey, but this is great, though. We're going to have you play. You're going to see if we can win you some prizes and see if Dunaway's got the stuff he needs to win today. Brian Ibbett, explain these here rules and who's going to win what.
Okay, it's time to play the Tadpole feud.
Oh, wow.
I've surveyed the Tadpole on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers they gave us. It is Scott and Brian's job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Stephanie and Frizette, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. If your team wins, you will get a prize package that includes XCOM Enforcer and Terraforming Mars, 2 games that Kyle will really enjoy playing.
Yeah, he'll love them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Terraforming Mars is awesome. And, is that the one that has all the DLC with it? I can't remember who gave us what. But we may...
Taffy Guy gave us, we have a bunch of... these are he said that these are all standalone games. So
Okay, cool.
XCOM Enforcer, XCOM Interceptor, Apocalypse. So we're going to be giving away those over the course of the next few weeks.
Terraforming Mars is awesome. It's based on a board game that I think translated wonderfully to.
I think it makes for an even better game because you're simulating building. You're landing on Mars and you've got to build a town and survive and all that.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'll bet Kyle will love this one, and you will love watching him play it. That's how that's going to go.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
All right.
Yeah.
Good
You
news.
could, if you win today, you could even say, "Oh, I got you a couple games," and not even tell them, for your
happy
anniversary. Exactly. Not even tell them
to
that
be
you won
fair,
it.
he's like 6 months behind on TMS, so I could
great.
probably get away
excellent.
with it for a while.
Easily. For at least half a year, you could get away with it.
Yeah. That's great to think about because we saw him 3 weeks ago, and it's funny to think that we could have said things 3 months ago that he hasn't heard yet that were rude about him. But we saw him, you know what I mean? And he didn't know what we had said, and we didn't say anything. So when he catches up, he'll be like, "Oh shit!" Not that we did, but he could. That's all I'm
try
saying.
to give him like the Reader's Digest version of what I hear because he's so far behind. I really do miss him being on it at the same time as me, so we can actually discuss what's going on.
Which is hilarious because he introduced you to the show. That's so funny to me. And
I know. It's like backwards.
And now you're here all the time. Anyway, all right. Well, let's do this, Brian. Let's have our challenge and eat it.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see here. I'm going to have you guys put your hands on your buzzers and give me your best answer to this. We asked 442 tadpolers to name a fictional cat. Scott.
Garfield.
Garfield. Yeah, it's easy. Here's your free 1 point. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
And control of the board because no answers will beat it. Easy enough, right? I love a nice little 4-word tadpole feud. Scott, you do have Stephanie as a partner, and you've got control of the board. 9 answers left.
Okay.
Name a fictional cat.
Stephanie, I feel like you're a good partner for cat stuff. I don't know why, but do you have a fictional cat?
Yeah, I mean, I have 4 cats. So,
4 cats. Good
But they're
Lord.
all real.
4?
Those are-
Oh, really?
Jeez.
None are fictional, right?
No,
they're all real
they're
cats.
all real cats. All right. Well, what do you?
4 real cats, 5 fictional. I'm just kidding.
What's a kitty? What's like a prominent fictional kitty? Do you think the Tadpole would say?
Kitty. The first one I thought of was Sylvester. He was definitely a favorite of mine.
Well, for a fucking cat, sir, that's a pretty good guess.
Yeah, he spits and wants to eat birds. He's great.
He did, man. There's no way you're standing next to Sylvester and not just.
I would not eat Tweety. There is definitely something wrong with his head.
Yeah,
that is not a bird shape.
No, it is not.
That skull's not going down easy.
Exactly.
No.
All right. Very good. Well, show me Sylvester.
Oh,
Believe it or not,
What?
number 15 on the
No.
list. There are more popular, with the Tadpole, more popular fictional cats. But look at that. You just got out of the way. You ripped off the Band-Aid of a tough
Now
answer, and now we can move forward.
Are we just aging out?
Now I'm
Maybe
nervous.
we're just finally aging out from Looney Tunes.
I
Maybe
think so. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that worries me because the one I had in the chamber was Heathcliff, and now I'm thinking maybe that's a bad idea.
you go with
Timo Garfield.
yeah. Go with your heart. Go with your heart, Brian. Do what you think is best.
I want to see Heathcliff up there, so I'm going to say it. I'm going to say
All right.
Heathcliff. Yeah.
All right. Show me the cat from Wuthering Heights, Heathcliff.
Oh,
Yeah. Thank
right.
God.
Put you in the lead.
Oh, that was
3 points.
That was worrisome.
Brian's got 3 to Scott and Stephanie's 1. 8 answers.
Fine. I'm confident we're going to
It's
clear the
early.
board anyway.
Yeah.
Plenty of game left to be played.
All right, so I'm gonna get out of
Did
the.
Heathcliff come? I want to say Heathcliff came before Garfield, but maybe
Yeah,
not.
Heathcliff came first.
He did. Everybody thinks it's the other way around, but it was one of those. They were like, it's like the Diamond Rio and the iPod. No one thinks of the Diamond Rio anymore, but it's like
Isn't
that.
that the band that did the Macarena? Diamond Rio?
Yeah, Diamond Rio. Yeah, famously the Macarena by Diamond
Yes.
Rio. You can get it
All
at the
right,
Best Buy.
Brian, you get another answer. 8 answers left.
I think we're gonna flee from the comics page, even though I've got plenty of that I can think of. How about we go to some fictional cats and books? How about a cat in a hat?
Oh, sure. The cat in a hat.
That's pretty
All
good.
right. Show me the cat in a hat.
Oh,
are you kidding me?
Cat in the Hat. Cat in the Hat is number 21.
It's real because I've seen the movie live action.
I know. It looks a lot
yeah.
like Mike Myers, weirdly enough.
All
Was it
right.
Mike Myers? Am I remembering
Yeah,
correctly?
Yeah, it was Mike Myers.
You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
It was he disappeared into that character. He looked nothing like Mike
He
Myers.
really did. He has a lot of makeup and prosthetics and stuff like that.
So since it's the Tadpole, and we've famously the stupid
Don't do
meme.
it.
Take another.
We got
I know
that.
what you're thinking. Don't do it.
You don't think we should do Chester the cheetah?
Okay, can we wait on that one?
We can hold it.
Can we get
We can keep it as a backup.
farther and
Yeah.
then see?
Yeah. Listen to your partner.
I'm going to listen to my partner because Brian basically just said it's not on there. So let's do whatever.
I want this game to last a little bit longer, please.
Let's do the one you were thinking. What are you thinking?
I was actually thinking Salem. I have a Salem. Brian has a Salem. Salem is famous in many ways of the cat, I guess.
Right.
Let's do Salem the cat.
Including the lot. That's very scary. Yeah. Or
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was there a cat in Salem's
Lot?
Lot? I don't think so. There should be though.
No.
No. But I was thinking of Pet
I mean, I'm
Cemetery.
sure there
and
was a
Salem's
cat
Lot.
somewhere in there. It just wasn't a major character in the film.
Probably existed. So there were probably kitties in there. Sure.
It probably jumped out with a jump scare if those movies are. Yeah.
Well, I like it. I think we go with cat or with Salem. I think it's good.
Cat,
Let's go with cat.
By the way, my Salem is Salem, Massachusetts, with the zip code that I can't remember, 04291. But to differentiate between all the other Salems out there, this is specifically the one from Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. Show me Salem.
Oh
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
5.
Good. Yeah.
I'm shocked by that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I guess you know what? That wasn't for me, so I didn't watch it.
A lot of 90s kids, maybe a little bit after your time, Scott, just barely.
I'm not sure I would have been into
Yeah.
Sabrina no matter how old I was, though. You know what I mean? Not that.
Sabrina's wonderful.
Not just
She was
because
a
it's
teenage
girls.
witch, man.
Not just because it's girls. For anyone who wants to email me all angry or
no.
whatever, because
Sabrina was a pretty decent show, man.
I don't know.
It's a great show. and
I'm sure it
Melissa
is.
Joan Hart
Kyle
is a
Kyle did
treasure.
not grow up.
I like the new one they did, that Netflix thing, reimagining
Dark,
thing.
really dark one.
Yeah, I like that. I thought that was good, but it's still not a thing I'm drawn to.
The scary continuing adventures of Sabrina. Wasn't it? It's Madman daughter.
Oh right, she's good. I like her a lot.
She is really good. Yeah.
Forgot her name though.
And everything.
John Hamm's
Yeah.
offspring. I don't know what her name is. All right, well, we're on a roll.
You're on a roll.
Yeah,
Except-
a roll
except it's
of
Brian's roll.
1. Oh, is it my roll again?
Wait, didn't
Well,
we
you said
just?
Salem?
What? No.
No, that was
Oh,
us.
you
No,
guys
they
said
said
Salem.
Salem.
Oh.
They said Salem.
Yeah, that was us.
Fix
Yeah,
that.
it was us.
There we go. I put that in.
Oh.
That is
I
great.
gave the points to the wrong players.
That is great.
And all the excitement.
Oh, I'm glad
Did
I'm glad he let you
shoot-
fix that though. That's good.
Did I fire 5 bullets or 6? All right, go ahead.
All right, let's see. So we got Garfield,
answers still on
Heathcliff,
the board.
Salem. This makes me think that it's gonna be.
Should we do? I mean,
No.
you could. I'll let you speak if you.
Well, no. So far, you're the winning voice here, so I'd rather rely on your.
I mean,
cat
I
knowledge.
got us. I lost us one and I gained us one, so I mean, I'm kind of 50-50.
Yeah, that's true. Do you have one that's hopping? Oh, you know what? How about Oh, what's the name of the damn cat? It's Calvin and Hobbes cat.
Geez,
Hobbes,
I wonder
guess.
what Hobbes' name
That's
is.
filling the space.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian, don't help him.
No, but what's the name of the kind of?
Yeah,
it's not a cat. He's a tiger, I guess. He is a tiger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're in the cat family, though, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the
or
question.
Feline family.
But do you think the tadpole's like leaning into kitties, or are they leaning into like big cats or
I still
fictional
think-
cartoon cats?
I can still
There's
think
a-
of a few that are probably going to be more popular, and I don't know. Maybe we should reserve the non-domesticated animals, cats.
I'll go with your
for the
judgment.
end, depending how we're doing.
All right. What do you want?
That's just my.
Do you
wanna,
have one?
Like build up some lead before you start going a little eccentric with the answers.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I get it.
Mhm.
I just can't think of any other like famous cats. So I'm relying
All right,
on
well
you.
then
You do it. What do you got?
Let me continue. Let's get the Cheshire Cat.
There you go. Number 2, right
feel like
there.
that would be
the
a pretty
Cheshire
popular
Cat.
Cheshire Cat. All right, let's do it. Give it to us,
Come on,
Brian.
Alice.
Sure.
Let's go.
All
Let's
you
go
see
see
is
what's
a
going on.
smile.
Yeah.
Show me what the entire Cheshire Cat.
Mm.
Cheshire Cat. Number 4 on the list.
Cheshire.
Is it Cheshire?
Cheshire.
Okay.
Woo.
Cheshire. Yeah, I don't think
Cheshire.
I mean, this would be a Zoe question because it's
Mm.
a Shire,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Wasn't Lewis Carroll British? Amy probably knows too.
I think that's
I
right.
think
Sure,
Lewis
why
Carroll
not,
was
but-
British, so
Sounds
Yeah.
British.
be Cheshire.
I don't know.
Claire says Shire, but they don't get along with the British. So what does she know?
Yeah, Zoe says not as in Hobbitshire.
Okay. All right.
Hobbitshire.
Sure. Yeah, sure. There we go. Cheshire Cat. Yep.
All right. Wor-Chester-Shire Cat. I love it.
Where's Cheshire? All right, I got another one.
Give it.
Okay. All right. What you got?
Do it.
Thackeray Binks from Hocus Pocus.
Sure.
Oh, that's great. I forgot about Zachary. That's a great cat, though.
Thackeray with TH.
I don't
That's
know.
right.
Thackeray.
Zachary. Yep. Zathary.
Yeah, that's like may the fourth be with you is what it sounds like. I hate that.
Right. All right. Show me. Maybe just Binks. Show me Binks.
Yeah.
Binks. There you go. Binks the cat. That's. Oh no! What?
No,
that's a shame.
all the way down at 28, surprisingly. Thackeray.
Aw.
That's a really good one, though.
Binks. Yeah.
Dang.
I've never heard of it.
I thought he'd be higher, especially since Salem
Those
was on
movies
there,
are
but
so bad. They're so horrible.
so bad they're good. You mean?
What are you? Are you right now in my face, telling me how Hocus Pocus is not good? Is that what you're
Nope,
doing?
I am over Discord telling you how bad Hocus Pocus is.
I am
won't
over Discord telling you the same. Brian and I are in
Yeah,
full agreement
it is.
here.
Honestly, I think you
That is
just
some-
needed to be like a kid and grow up with it. I think
Maybe,
that's the only
maybe.
way.
That's pretty
'Cause it's
young
like
for the
some
first one.
1994 Nickelodeon level acting in that thing.
Yeah, the first one.
I can't talk to you guys right now.
Well, that bodes well.
I'm
for
agreeing
Stephanie.
with you, Dunaway.
Yeah, you two
I
are
love
buddies
it.
on
I
this
watch
front.
it like every
Okay.
year for Halloween.
That's right.
So.
I think that's true. You had to grow up with it. Tina and I watched it recently because we'd never seen it, and it was
Oh
all we
my
could do to
god!
make
You
it through
just
the damn thing.
recently saw it. Well,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
wonder.
No, I saw it. I
don't know.
saw it in
Is
'93. It
Wouldn't
wasn't
a
good
movie
then.
with quality be something that you could watch any time and appreciate that quality, or is a movie that is quality only containing quality for a short period of time?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, The Godfather, great in the '70s, really sucked in the '90s.
Yeah. Some stuff just doesn't hold
And
up.
it kind of did. I mean, people turned that off, man. During the
jeez.
'70s, we had a different attitude of watching long ass, boring movies. But later on, it was like,
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I look at this photo of these three witch ladies and I just kind of cringe. I don't like it.
the
Yeah.
three
Yeah.
No,
witch
it was great
ladies. I
costume
cannot talk to you
design.
right now. The
Kind
Sanderson
of scary,
sisters.
but not too scary. I don't know. I think it's great.
I mean, if they ever did a spinoff with just Sarah Jessica Parker's character, I could probably watch that.
Going off the. This is going off the chip. Give me.
All right,
give
okay. Give me some
just give
cats.
me-
Give me some cats. We need back to
Just give me-
Brian.
Oh, cripes. How about, okay, so we didn't. Come on, you guys know Tom and Jerry. Come on, Tom is on there, right? Because I know you guys Didn't pick the other classic. Oh,
We were going to hold Tom.
Tom is in there.
I had Tom in my head, but it's good. This is coming out now. Let's get Tom.
I mean,
out
they didn't
there.
have Sylvester, so I just don't have a lot of.
I know,
faith,
right?
But yeah, give me some Tom.
There's a lot of Tom in the Tadpole. All right.
Yeah, they've been screaming that the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Show me Tom of the and Jerry fame.
Okay. Now I'm mad. Now I don't
Number
understand.
16 on the list.
That's
Yeah.
effed up. That's effed up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Now I'm scared.
No, yeah, you should be. We still have 6 answers. The right side of the page, not even touched. Not even no foray
We
has
still
been
don't have
taken
number
into
2
the right side.
though, either.
This
And
is
number 2, yeah.
This is what this is what Tom would do if he knew what was going on today. Wait.
There you go.
He would do that. He would yell like that.
Is his tail on fire for that one?
That one he's getting his fingers smashed by something. Caught. Oh no, his tail's caught. in
Is
something.
Jerry shaving his eyelashes? Is that what's happening in that one?
Let me see.
Oh yeah, that's a finger.
And that
paw
sound,
smash.
that sound effect of something getting
That's him shaving
smashed.
his eyeball.
I love it so much.
That's somebody's the heel of their 1940s shoe hitting a piece of wood.
Yeah, it's just burned into me. I love it so much. All right, well that
Yep.
sucks
All
because
right.
that should be on there, but I'll take it. I
6
guess.
answers still on the board, but you guys, well, good thing you didn't say it because I know you were thinking that one, Scott.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Back over to you and Stephanie.
What do you think of the cat from The Simpsons? Either
Snowball, right?
Either Snowball, the one they
Snowball
own,
2.
or Itchy and Scratchy Cat. I forget which one's which.
Oh, that's good too.
Scratchy, I think, is the cat.
I'm assuming Itchy is the mouse, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't watch The Simpsons. I don't know how popular that is compared to Sylvester and Tom. I feel like those 2 cats were more popular, and the fact that neither of those made the board probably makes it less likely.
Maybe.
I mean, you're on your last strike. It might be time to use some of those that you were holding on to for.
That's a hint.
Your less, It's
a hint.
That sounds like a hint.
Eccentric guesses that you felt like you were holding on to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think maybe we should go with. I don't know. Maybe we should go with Hobbes. I don't know.
Hobbes. Let's try Hobbes. He's obscure.
Okay.
But he's
I think Hobbes
beloved.
is number 2 because a lot of people love Hobbes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
who
do
doesn't love
Hobbes.
Hobbes. All right. Show us Hobbes.
Ooh.
Number
Give us
6,
Hobies.
actually.
Okay, that's good money. I like that.
Yeah, taking you guys up to 16 points.
So if they did that, what does that tell us anything? Does that teach us anything? I know we have a big Hello Kitty contingent in our community.
There you go.
A lot of
I mean, yeah.
But Hello Kitty's real.
And there was that whole debate: is she a cat or is she a girl in a cat costume?
She's a girl.
cat.
She's a girl who looks like a cat.
She's a girl who looks like a cat.
Kitty is in the name.
That's the deal.
Come on.
Yeah.
But I thought she was
Hello.
like a so then she's she a furry? Is that what's going on there? I mean, I don't know.
Hello Kitty
Okay, I'm gonna
is-
say this.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
Let's see. She lives in a London suburb with her family. Let's see. Oh no, okay. Anthropomorphized white cat with a red bow and no visible mouth.
Okay. So it's basically
that's a creepy way to describe Hello Kitty, but okay.
But instead of a humany or instead of a furry, it's more of a humany. Is what it is. The other way.
Yes.
I'm just gonna take a second to call out the chat here and be like, it's fictional cat. So everybody that keeps saying Grumpy Cat, Princess Donut,
Oh yeah,
those are
Grumpy
all
Cat's real.
real cats in the world. At least at one
but
point.
it doesn't matter
Before my
because
passed away.
Grumpy Cat is.
They are
It's also
It's the Tadpole. They sometimes.
it's also the
Donut is
Tadpole.
from a book.
Yeah.
Grumpy Cat.
A very popular book with the Tadpole.
Oh, that's
hence-
right.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I guess I didn't know what that was. I assumed that was Sorry.
Amish Overlord says pussy galore, and I'm about to fall over dead.
Here we go.
Oh, my
Sanrio's
God.
official position. Sanrio has stated that Hello Kitty is not a cat, but rather a little girl.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
assuming anyone wants to agree to that.
Wow, I know way more
Well,
about Hello
sure.
Kitty at the end of the day than I did at the start
Look,
of the day.
the guy who invented the graphical interface. What's GIF stand for? Graphical interface
Oh, yeah. Graphical interchange format.
format. That's it. That guy says it's GIF, and he's wrong.
Right.
So
exactly.
Yeah, everybody knows it's
so,
GIF.
Here's what's funny is my audio clip for my recommendal later touches on this very thing. It's like perfect timing to discuss this. So I love it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. A lot of Princess Donut in the chat. I'm not saying we should do
Yeah.
Princess Donut.
Okay. Is that your answer? Is that your guess?
Let's do
Not
it.
me. I didn't
Should
say
we
it.
go with it?
It's our turn. Yeah, we'll go Princess Donut.
Okay. All right.
Let's do it.
Show me. I don't have her full name here in front of me. Princess Donut.
Look
Queen of
at
Chunk or something like that. Number 10 in the thing there. Look, big points. 26 points for that one.
Wow.
All right.
Shit, it's 10:02.
Hey,
Let's
Scott, you want to
yeah.
do
geez.
Puss in Boots?
Yeah,
Which
you
is
know
good.
what? That's a good one. Get your what's his name?
for a while.
Yeah,
Banderas doing his thing.
Banderas.
All right, I'm in.
All right.
Let's do it.
Antonio
Show me
Banderas.
Puss in Boots.
Ah,
Surprisingly, Puss in Boots number 13 in the list.
that third movie's real good, or the newest one, whatever it is.
Well,
All right, got one last guess or one last strike for Brian. 4 answers
Well,
still on the board.
I would be ashamed of myself. I did not mention one of the first comic cats, Crazy Cat, George Harriman
Oh,
from
sure.
Ignatz in A Crazy Cat. Yes,
All right.
Yeah,
or Crazy Cat
classic.
Ignatz.
Sure, like one of the classic ones out there. It's sorry, Show Me Crazy Cat. Oh, that was so quick on the buzzer there. There you go. There's your game. Congratulations, Stephanie, and really congratulations, Kyle. Let's get to these other ones. This one surprised me that it was so high on the list because he's a cat with a big bag of tricks.
Oh, the tricks.
Felix.
Oh, Felix, the
Cat.
freaking cat's an old school one though.
Felix is a bunny.
Yeah, that's old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go sci-fi for the next 3. 7, 8, and 9 are all sci-fi. Does that help
So,
you?
Oh,
Ada's
Jonesy is Jonesy in there?
Ada's Cat Spot, number 7.
Ada's
Jonesy
Cat,
from Alien,
Jonesy.
number 9.
Nice.
And,
Good.
our Marvel cat,
Oh, Goose
the Flurkin.
The Flurkin.
oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Forgot about that cat.
I mean, that one's great, but
He's not really
Yeah.
a cat, is he?
Soon.
It's more of a fictional
He's
alien.
a Flurkin.
Yeah, he's a Flurkin, you guys. Bit of a stretch.
This one wasn't Fritz the cat number 11. Our bonus guess was
Yeah, Fritz is
the
good.
like dirty cartoons, right? Fritz the cat was the dirty
Yeah,
one.
yeah, from the
I think
right.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Dirty. Just going down the rest of the list. Top Cat or Boss Cat in the UK. Bill the Cat.
Oh
number
yeah, Bill the
14.
Cat, of course. More comics.
Gigi from Kiki's Delivery Service. Nermal. Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah,
Technically
Nermal.
a fictional cat.
No.
More of a hypothetical cat than a fictional cat.
Yeah.
Snowball 2 was number 20. Crookshanks. Henry's Cat. Mister from the Dresden Files. Snarf. Tigger.
Oh, Mr.
Asriel. Dexstar.
Did they say snarf? Hold the phone.
Yes,
They did
snarf.
say Snarf. Yes.
You guys.
He's an alien cat.
I mean,
It's a stretch. Yeah. I mean, it's just as fictional as the Flurkin.
Sure.
Thundercats.
O'Malley, the alley
Thundercats had
cat
a
from
cat.
the Aristocats.
O'Malley. Yeah, that's right.
Hello Kitty, all the way down at number 30. Pete the cat. Toonses, the cat who could drive a car.
Oh, that's right.
And then we get to a bunch of Esmeralda, Black Panther, the cat from the video game Stray, Cat Bus, Cat Dog, Chester Cheetah. One person, by the way, said Chester Cheetah. Clifford, that's a big red dog, folks.
Clifford.
Cringer, Dr. Claus Cat, Eek, Fat Freddy's Cat, Figaro, Frumpkin. Somebody said Jerry. They didn't pay attention
Jerry
in Tom
the
and Jerry
cat.
class. Jizzlord, great one there.
Wow. Yeah.
That smells like a Talia answer, but whatever. It's fine.
That's right. Crazy Cat all the way down here. Luna from Sailor Moon. Mr. Bigglesworth. Morgana from
Bigglesworth.
Persona 5. Morris. Morris was a real cat. Let's see. Mufasa. Old Deuteronomy. Rum Tum Tigger. Shere Khan. Simba. Stimpy. Great Stimpy.
Stimpy.
Oh yeah, Stimpy I would have put higher, but I guess we
The
didn't
cat
have it.
from the song The Cat
Simpson
Came Back.
J-Cat.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, Zunar J59 Dork 47, aka Jake from The Cat from Outer Space.
Good Lord.
Nice.
By the way, I think the big
Yeah,
winner here
yeah.
is Jim Davis with his Everybody Agrees Garfield's your number one cat. That guy's a marketing
Really is.
genius. It's not even a
I
very
mean, look at the number. 163 of 442 people went to Garfield. So
not even that good of a comic, but what Jim Davis did with it.
Hey.
It's okay. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, is it Would it be as big as it is without Jim Davis's marketing genius? No, probably not. That's my answer.
Right.
Well, all right. That means you're the big winner.
Congratulations.
And that means you walk away with these codes, and then you immediately give them to Kyle, and then Kyle in 3 months will hear this whole thing and understand what's going on. Exactly always fun having you on. I hope your mermaid tale remains of the highest integrity. Okay. Bye. All right, that's it for that. Hey, Dunaway, the next Monday we're doing the Play Retro show, and guess what we're doing? Finally, we're getting to Doom 1 and 2.
Ooh, and N64 maybe?
Yeah, I want to. Doom 64 is freaking awesome. I can't wait to talk about it. We're about the original Dooms, and here's the other cool thing. Doghouse Systems is going to donate a brand new copy of Doom The Dark Ages, the brand new Doom game, which just came out. They're going to donate one of those for the Play Retro audience and one for the core audience. So this week, people have two chances to win a copy of the brand new AAA $69 title, Doom The Dark Ages. Anyway, that's all coming up. It's going to be very exciting. I would like you, though, to kiss our butts. All right. He had no time to answer. All right, Brian, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt will join us for some tech news and discovery and discussion. After that, we'll have some recommendals with Randy. Before that, we need a song, if you don't mind.
We do need a song. We're due. We're overdue for a song. This one I listened to this morning to pick. I was a little late in getting songs together, so this one I'd picked this morning, but I'm glad I did. This is a band called OK Cowgirl. I love this. They are. They just announced their summer tour. They're going to be joining the band Bare Hands, heading to the Southeast, Midwest, and the Northeast, but not Central, in major market cities. Their brand new album, "Couldn't Save Us From My Gut," is now available from Easy Does It Records. This is the song "Little Splinters." I think you're going to love it. This is a song. This is a group called. My God, I'm just stumbling all over the place. OK Cowgirl.
Remember what the sheriff said. No more shooting till the sun goes down.
Is that what he said?
That's close enough, brother.
I want a pet monkey.
And we returned. Who was that one more time?
That is the band OK Cowgirl from their brand new album, Couldn't Save Us From My Gut. The deluxe version just came out this year. That's the song Little Splinters.
Nice. Check it out. Let's get Tom in here. Let's do some tech news, discovery, and discussion, as I referred to it earlier.
I think it's a great idea.
I do too. I feel like I don't know what's going on in the day until I do talk to him. So here we go.
Isn't technology wonderful?
Oh, it sure can be. Tom Merritt is here, as he is each and every Wednesday, to talk about the tech news of the day, and couldn't imagine a nicer guy to do it. Tom Merritt, welcome back.
I bet if you tried, you could.
You think so? I don't know, man. That's a high watermark, a high level.
Yeah.
It's lovely to see you. I assume something's going on in the tech world. Probably there always is. It's usually AI related, but we don't know until we get here. So what's going on?
I am working on this MIT Technology Review article, which is fantastic for Daily Tech News Show explanation about energy use. This is one of the first reports I've seen that actually looked at what we know and took into account what we don't know and didn't try to use scare tactics to come up with this is the problem. And I haven't got to the end to find out if they propose solutions or not. But that is worth a read. So you can go check that out. It's called AI Energy Use Climate Footprint in Big Tech. We did the math on AI's energy footprint.
Nice.
Here's the story you haven't heard. Love that. Go check that out. It's not going to tell you everything's fine, but it's also not going to try to be like your single query uses all the power of Denmark, which is not true either.
No.
So this is good. This is a good level-headed let's actually look at what the problem actually is.
Sure.
So that's good stuff.
Easier to address these problems when you know what they are, right? Like what you know what they really are.
Yeah, exactly. We get in this thing of so you think there's not a problem because you don't think one query is the size of Denmark? I'm like, no, but what I'd like to do is figure out what the problem actually is. For example, people are like, why don't we use wind power? data centers need constant supply of energy, so wind power is kind of intermittent, not a great source for this. But also, you know what they do? They tie into power grids. So maybe wind power could be providing things into the power grid sometimes, and that energy is used for the data center when it's natural, et cetera. It's complex, which is why you need this really long article to explain it.
Sure.
But what I'm more excited about is that Fortnite's back in the App Store on iOS.
Oh, wait a minute. So that means that's what that sounds like is Apple has run out of ideas to keep it going, to keep the fight up, because up till now they've found lots of loopholes, and even though a court would say this, they would do this, and they would find a way to say, well, okay, in this territory maybe, but not over here. And so the Sweeney Tim Apple fight finally comes down to, fine, you can be on our store and people can buy stuff outside of it, or however it works.
You might say Apple succumbed to the Sweeney prod.
Oh man. Sweeney Prod, I'd watch that movie.
Yeah, I would too.
That's wild. So what's
the demon developer of Fleet Street?
I mean, they're legally now forced to capitulate, but what does it all mean at this stage?
It's complicated, and I'll get into the details on Daily Tech News Show today with Jen Cutter. So definitely tune into that if you want to know all the twists and turns. But right now, where it stands is that Judge Yvonne Gonzalez-Rogers issued a very terse opinion yesterday when Epic complained that Apple wasn't accepting Fortnite, that you can resolve this on your own, Apple. Don't make me call you into court. And also, if you do, I want you to tell me the person responsible for not approving Fortnite's app, and they show up in court. And what most people seem to think was that was the judge's way of going, I think I might be able to hold someone in contempt for this, and I want to know who personally to hold in contempt of court. And so, without comment, Fortnite was approved Tuesday evening and has shown up in the U.S. App Store. It's not over, though. Apple is still appealing the judge's ruling, forcing them to allow links out. Microsoft filed an amicus brief in that appeal saying, we haven't actually started putting third-party payments in our Xbox mobile app yet because Apple is pursuing this appeal and might undo it all. We don't want to do a bunch of work and then Apple win the appeal and then we have to undo it, which would explain why Netflix has also not done this. But, companies like Spotify and Amazon have. Maybe they just figure it's worth it. And it's easier to undo. I don't know, but it's not over yet. But for the moment, Epic's on top.
Well, good news, everybody! You now can play Fortnite in the worst possible way, which is on a phone.
Right.
You can now play on a phone where it's really the least good way to play the video game Fortnite.
The worst interface of all.
Eileen saw this story and she came over to me. She's like, "The Fortnite download is huge." I'm like,
it's big. Yeah, it's not a small game either. And it's also, I mean, one nice thing about Fortnite as opposed to some of the other, like Warzone and some of these other games, they are usually run on separate servers where the phone people are not playing with the console or PC people. But in Fortnite's case, they have crossplay on all those platforms.
Yeah.
And I know...
Which is one of the reasons Epic pulled Fortnite out of the iOS app stores in Europe, even though they wouldn't have had to. There was no legal reason, is they wanted one update for everything at the same time. They didn't want to have that be out of sync.
Yeah, it's just, that's a big part of why the game is as popular as it is. But also, I have been worked by kids on their phones in that game.
Of course.
So as much as we make fun of that method of playing, there are people who are really, really good on their phone. So
if your reflexes are still fast, you can still do it.
Yeah. So do you think that this? Let's go ahead, Brian.
I was going to say, I noticed that this also around the same time that happened, that the Patreon thing that was going to be a big problem with the Apple Store, all of a sudden got lifted, and we're now able to go back to the way things were with
per episode charges. Yeah, that is directly related to the earlier order where Judge Gonzalez said, no, Apple, you have to let people link out to third-party ways to pay, and you can't take a cut of that. And so Patreon was able to say, oh, well, if we can link out, then great, we'll do that. They have temporarily suspended the end date for per episode creations because Apple's still appealing this rule.
Yeah.
So they can't get rid of it permanently until that court case is decided. If Apple loses the appeal, then I expect Patreon will probably say like, great, you can keep our episode creations.
Yeah, which I hope they do. Well, they're letting you do it no matter. Aren't they doing it no matter what? It's just not through the app, right? Or isn't that the deal? Like if you're using the iOS app, if it doesn't go the way they want to, the iOS app can't take or won't do the whole thing where they're going to share. Yeah, they're going to share the percentage. But if you're going through the website, you're going through, patreon.com, then you can still do the per episodes, I think.
Yeah. As I understand it, the Patreon app still has Apple's in-app payments, and still takes 30% cut. But Patreon is saying, oh, if you want to back this one, click here. It kicks you out to Safari, and then you put your payment there, and then you don't have to pay the 30% cut, which for us on Daily Tech News Show, we were like, well, if you pay through Apple, then it's 30% more than it would have been if you didn't.
Yeah.
And so that'll be clear. They'll be able to say like, hey, if you do it through the Apple system, it's going to be 30% more.
Yeah.
Depending on how the creators do it, of course.
Well,
each creator can decide that for themselves.
I think this is a good thing. It's easy to just say, oh, take that, Apple, your dirty tricks. But also, I wasn't surprised to see them fight it as vigorously as they did. It's a huge portion of revenue. Why wouldn't they fight it? But I really am kind of glad they lost it, or at least, seem to be losing them.
I don't know how much revenue they're going to lose. I mean, I know they'll lose some, and maybe it's more than I think, but most of these companies just weren't using Apple's system at all, so they weren't getting any revenue from that.
Yeah.
Now, companies will sometimes allow Apple's in-app payment for 30% more, right? Which means some people will use it where they weren't able to use it at all before. And honestly, I don't think it really loses. A lot of times people are like, ooh, kicking it out to Safari. I don't know. Maybe I'll just stick with the in-app payment system. It's just, I don't know. It felt like Apple, which has piles of cash, complaining about pennies.
Yeah.
When and I think it's easy to forget, Apple doesn't take a cut of physical sales.
No.
So if you go to Wayfair and you buy some patio furniture, Wayfair can use its own payment system. Apple doesn't take 30% of that. It is only digital stuff that Apple takes a cut of. And so I don't have a problem with Apple funding the App Store by taking a cut of payments. But I do find this distinction to be somewhat arbitrary. Like, okay, so if I order something made of wood to be delivered to me, you don't get a cut. But if it's digital, you do get a cut. Like, theoretically, those are different, I get. But you're saying you want the money to run the App Store, and you're letting people who sell physical items use the App Store for free, basically.
Right.
And subsidized by people who sell digital stuff. How is that fair?
Yeah, which is arguably the larger enterprise, because stuff's being physically built, shipped, managed. Like, it's not a digital thing is a server somewhere holding the thing that you now have. Now you have your digital thing.
Yeah.
The chair I ordered is a way bigger deal if you just look down the line of production all the way to sale. So it is arbitrary and weird. And I think it's gotten more arbitrary and weird over time. This is an 2008 kind of thinking. And we need to not do that anymore, Apple. So quit doing that.
2025 kind of thinking.
Yeah, we need 2025 thinking. Exactly, Brian.
Or even 26.
Slow down.
Wow.
Holy shit, man. That's really pushing the limits.
Crazy.
Well, anyway, we'll talk more about that. And I didn't know Jen was going to be on. That's great. I really like her.
Jen's on Daily Tech News Show, not DTNS Live.
Okay. Well, then I will. I will
not be on the live stream.
I'll do my best to follow up because I really like her work. But anyway, it'll be great. And I'm going to talk a little bit about some other stuff too. I won't even tell people what it is until we get there. All right. Come and find out. Oh, you'll see a tease before the show, but that'll be
the answer may surprise.
The answer may surprise you. Here's my clickbait for the day.
Isn't it better to tell them what you're going to talk about?
It probably is, but it would be really good if I remembered which one Roger told me I was going to do. Let's see.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, tell me what Roger and I decided before I find Roger's name. Oh, I know what it was. Sorry, it's the where is it? Hold on. Do I know? Shit. You know what? I don't know.
Apple adding support for the Godot game engine to Vision Pro.
That's right. That is more of a Godot story than it is a Vision Pro story because it's a big deal for that open source, once small kid on the block, now taking off like crazy. And I'm going to talk about why they're tearing past people like Unity and even giving the Unreal Engine a challenge. And this is a big deal for them. So even though, you could argue that device isn't as big as it should be, the fact that these guys are permeating other places is a big deal. We're going to talk about it today. That's what I was going to talk about. The secret's out.
Cool.
And you're gonna want to tune in. That's DTNS Live. That happens at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Mountain time, 4 p.m. Eastern time, and also slots are still available for the workshop that I'm doing with Brian Brushwood. It now includes Justin Robert Young and Andrew Heaton, as well as Matt Donnelly. That happens in Austin the weekend of June 27th. It's my birthday that weekend, so you can come celebrate my birthday with me. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we are going to spend time helping people understand how to do their independent weird thing. Whether it's a side hustle or you want to make it your main hustle, all of us are doing that sort of thing on our own. And so we're going to share how we do it, with the obstacles that we run into and how we've overcome some of them and all of that. So it's going to be pretty fun and intense, and you're going to be able to take away some action items. Actionable means legal things, but you're going to be able to take action on the stuff we talk about.
Sure.
So, if you want to sign up for that, bestnewsever.com will take you right to the page on the Scam Stuff store where you can get more details.
Nice. Go check it out. Cool. And early happy birthday. We'll get to say this again as we get closer.
Of course.
You don't look a day over 30.
We got time.
Yeah. You're a young man, Tom. Never forget. All right. I'll see you too. Okay.
Don't forget you're young.
Yeah, never forget how young you are. Let's get Randy in here. What do you think of that?
Yeah, sounds good.
No Nicole today. I'm busy with some family stuff, so we're thinking about her, but we won't have to think about Randy because he'll freaking be here. That's how that'll go.
Let's not even discuss Randy.
No,
we don't have to think about him.
Yeah, I'll play this though.
Well, what do you recommend?
Well, let's find out what we recommend. It's Recommendals. Time for that fine episode thing we do every week where we talk about stuff we've seen on streaming services and tell you at home whether you should like it or not. You can still decide on your own. You don't have to listen to us. But joining us today, Randy Jordan. Hello, Randy.
Good morning stream. Hello, I'm doing well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say our friend Nicole is not doing well. However, I did want to plug for her that she and Mark have started back up their personal podcast.
Yeah, they got a brand new live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we watched some of it Friday, and it's great.
Yeah, it was awesome. I love it.
I just think they are so entertaining together, and that's the thing. Like TikTok got me really deep into couple streams, or like couples who make comedy and there's couples out there who make drama, couples out there who make horror movies together, like little shorts, and like. Mark and Nicole are as good to watch as any of them. So
yeah,
everyone should.
Big agree. Good recommendation.
That was my recommendal, and I'll see you.
See you next time.
Okay, bye.
See you this weekend for Film Sack. We're watching Goonies. Just kidding. Randy's going to stay around for a bit here while we talk Recommendals. Brian, you're first as always, and I see a clip. What do you want to say about it?
I'm going to say this about it. You're going to be listening to the making of maybe a science fiction superhero film, kind of behind the scenes.
Why in the world is your file not coming up? Oh, I know why. Because Scott is a dummy. It's not you at all. It's me. All right, here we go. Here's your clip.
And action.
Crystal blacker than a million black holes. The reality crystal.
We are but ants to the infinite power of resorcium.
Resorcium, without the T. Made of resorcium.
That's what I said, resorcium.
Resorcium.
No, that's not right.
It's a made-up word, Peter. I made it up.
Yes, but you're mispronouncing it.
Not to split hairs, but Shane does have his own pronunciation.
Of my fucking word?
Correct. It's resorcium.
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 There's no T, Peter.
Resorcium.
Resorcium.
You see, you're all saying it slightly differently.
I'm going to jump off the house.
Okay, it. Let's just riff one.
What do you mean, riff?
BFOGT, big fight over glowy thing. I've shot this scene 3 times in 2 years. I grabbed the crystal from Turtle Deck.
Please don't call me Turtle Deck.
Blah, 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 bullshit.
Hope your writing's down.
Yes. Then, bam, fighty, grabby, whoop, yoinks.
Careful. It's a very rare crystal.
This? This onyx ball sack?
It's very rare. And it's my subtext. And I'd like it back.
Yeah, go on, Kyle. Give Eric his subtext back.
Okay, I'm sorry. Here's your subtext.
I don't know what this is, but I love it.
This is called The Franchise. This, God, what a sleeper show. I heard about this thing and put it on the list, and then I didn't get around to watching it. Tina and I didn't get around to watching it until last week we started watching. And this is, if you like Veep, if you like Mythic Quest with like a big funny ensemble cast where every character has some good depth and character development, this is like that. It doesn't hit 100% all the time, but it hits 80% all the time. Actually,
Okay.
it hits 100% 80% of the time.
That's fun.
Wow.
But it very much has that kind of vibe. You heard Daniel Bruhl in the first thing that I can ever think of that he's done comedy wise. You know him as your Inglourious Bastards, or why am I blanking? Zemo, Baron Zemo in
okay.
the Marvel stuff.
Do like that guy.
He is great. Oh my God, he is so funny in this. Richard E. Grant, speaking of Marvel, your comic accurate Loki from the Loki TV show.
He's the only voice. When I first heard it, that's the only voice I recognized. But it was immediate. It was like, oh my gosh, Richard G. Grant is in whatever Brian's watching.
He plays this kind of like, what am I doing here kind of actor, like a seasoned British actor who, why am I in this piece of superhero garbage?
Yeah.
Very pretentious, but like also, they give him the funniest lines. Do you remember there were those guys on Veep that they used to just give the funniest lines to? They do that with Richard Grant. They save the best stuff for him.
Veep is Entourage, only better.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
miles better than
miles better.
Yeah, Veep is an all timer that just gets better with age.
It is. Veep is kind of the bar by which all of these things should be measured. You heard Nick Kroll in there. I saw a couple of people recognize his voice. He's the one. He only comes in for one episode as a villain called the Gurgler.
The Gurgler? Oh my Lord.
Yeah. It has a past with Adam, the character that he called Turtle Dick. Himesh Patel, you recognize
Love him.
Basically he's kind of the central guy in this whole thing. And he you know him from the movie Yesterday. If you have not watched Yesterday, which is about an alternate history where the Beatles never existed, and he knows the Beatles music really well, so he becomes the Beatles.
Yeah, I loved him in Station 11. He was great in Tenet. That guy's awesome.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Love that guy.
He's your main character. He's the first assistant director that basically has to do all the work, while Daniel Bruhl is the regular director who kind of is this inflated ego. Has to have things a certain way kind of guy.
I forgot he was in Avenue 5 as the stand-up comedian on Avenue 5 that was always...
Yes, and this also has a very Avenue 5. Like I thought of Avenue 5 as well when I was watching this. Very similar.
Yeah.
Probably on the level. Like I'd say Avenue 5 is like a 85% Veep.
I mean, it's the same producer across all these, right? Veep, Avenue 5, and this are all John Brown.
Oh, is
I
it
think.
really?
Yeah.
It's all, okay, that makes sense.
I think he's co-creator.
The music is by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. If you guys needed another reason to watch this, you've got music from Nine Inch Nails. Aya Cash is in this too, and I want to draw attention to her because you know her from things like The Boys, Welcome to Wrexham? No, You're the Worst. Let's see. Welcome to Flatch. Okay.
Yeah.
That was getting cut off. The Wolf of Wall Street, stuff like that. She's someone you'll recognize, and she's a producer who's got a little bit of a past with Himesh Patel's character.
Is it I'm reading stuff that says it got canceled already. Is that true? Is that
Did
done?
it? That's a bummer. It was. Yeah, it looks like it got canceled in January. But
poop
wraps up. We watched the finale, the season finale and series finale last night. And it's very, it ties things up very, very well. So don't worry about feeling like you've got a cliffhanger.
Okay. Yeah, I've definitely, this popped up. This is Max, right? That's where this is?
It's Max, yeah.
Or soon to be
Or
HBO, Max.
HBO Max.
And it immediately jumped out and I went, oh yeah, this is a thing I would get into. I didn't know it was tied to the creator of Veep. And
yeah, and there's even a funny thing in there that kind of seems to poke fun at Warner Brothers. God, there's a great bit that pokes fun of the whole Ballmer developers speech, like almost to a T, which is great. Yeah. And then another thing that kind of makes fun of the Warner Brothers Batgirl controversy of, of pulling something from the from list, and all this work goes to nothing for no reason.
By the way,
yeah,
if you're a fan of the flailing around that HBO has done the last couple of years, you must go follow Duolingo right now. Duolingo, the company, is unraveling in real time. It's all being played out on social media. It's unfreaking believable.
Really?
Their social media team turned against them a few days ago and deleted everything they'd ever posted. And so it took a few days for these completely blank social media channels to get under the control of the evil overlords at Duolingo. And so now those people who have regained control of their own social media are trying to meme their way out of this. And it's so cringe.
Oh,
really?
You know what it's from?
Cringe.
So originally the tech chief said in some interview, his leadership principle is, and he's new, I guess, at the company, is reduce, automate, and delegate, which sounds like fire, use AI, and then I don't know what he means by delegate, but
don't piss off your social media manager while they've got the keys to the castle.
Yeah, that's what's going on there. That's funny.
It has been amazing to see this. Like, this company is going down. They will be filing for bankruptcy soon. But in the meantime, they are memeing like crazy, and it's hello fellow kids level stuff.
Sweet.
Oh, funny.
I love it.
Wow.
It is you know what? It's funny how that kind of real life, it's kind of like this kind of comedy. It's that style of Veep comedy of like everything's going to shit because we are incapable of making good choices in real time.
Right. All the people in the highest positions make the worst decisions, while the people in the lower positions who are smart and know what they should be doing have no control, no power to do anything about it. Very much like the franchise, which is available on HBO Max.
Yeah, Max. And it's worth watching. You think even though stuff's changing?
For sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. 8 episodes, half an hour each. This is feel good cringe comedy.
Okay.
There's some cringe stuff in it because it's that style. It's Veep Avenue 5 cringe comedy, but it's really, really funny, and we totally dug it. They won't hit every joke, but man, there's some episodes. The Nick Kroll episode with the gurgler is hilarious, and then the bridge episode, which is the next to last one, is also hilarious, like incredibly clever. It goes in incredibly clever places.
I love how Nick Kroll's busy making animated shows over on Netflix, but then is making himself available for bit shots and everything else. It's like, we need a weird one-off episode with a weird guy. Somebody get Nick Kroll on the phone. It's so weird.
For sure. Yeah.
Love it.
It's great. It's a great position for him to be in. He's got a great agent for that sort of thing.
For sure.
There you go. On Max, HBO Max, the franchise. Watch it and be sad that there won't be a season 2.
There you have it. All right, Randy, let's swing over to you. What did you bring?
Once again, I go back and forth. I watch new things. I watch things I've seen before. This week, I've been on a watching things I've seen before to see how they make me feel kick. I watched a movie that not only have I seen before, but we sacked it a couple of years ago. And I've got some of the early dialogue of the movie for you. It's so good, guys.
All right, here goes.
So as I was saying, Gordy's Home began airing in the fall of '96, and it was an immediate hit. Ratings were huge, pretty good reviews, just really took off.
Yeah.
Then one day, we were shooting an episode in season 2 entitled Gordy's Birthday, and boom. So one of the chimps that plays Gordy just hit his limit. And it was 6 minutes and 13 seconds of havoc. Network tried to bury it, but it was a spectacle. People are just obsessed.
You're kidding me.
OJ, you said you heard about that?
That's why they don't let you use chimps. That's part of the reason.
There's a growing Gordy's Home fan base out there now. This Dutch couple paid me $50K to come in here and spend the night. I didn't ask.
Oh my goodness. Tell us what we're seeing here. What is this?
Oh, Nope by Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
And you just heard Stephen Wen talking to Keke Palmer and Daniel Kaluuya, explaining the backstory of what basically got them into is affecting their business. So this backstory is about a TV sitcom that you're being made aware of, fictional TV sitcom where a chimpanzee went nuts and killed people on stage. And Daniel Kaluuya has inherited a horse ranch from his dad, Keith David, who he watched die in a very unusual and mysterious circumstance, which was basically bullets falling from the sky. And it just goes from there. It is just a very mysterious, very creepy, but so well directed and acted, and such great sound design, and so on and so on. Like, this movie, it has its little twists and turns, but just every step of the way, it is so good. Every little shot is so interesting. Like, you must rewatch this movie if you can. Like, it's a masterwork. I don't know how Jordan Peele has gotten to this level so fast.
Yeah, he's awesome. You do this is a Film Sack. We did this for Film Sack. Is this one of the first Film Sack movies that you kind of watched as a follow on, or I don't know how often any of us do that if we watch movies we've sacked.
Yeah, so like I also recently watched Inception, but like it's just how I roll. Like I will have times when I'm like, okay, I need something familiar. Or in the case of Nope, I had kind of forgotten some of it. Like, you watch a lot of things, you can forget bits and pieces. And like, I had completely forgotten this whole backstory about this nuts chimp. And the way that they tell these stories is so mysterious. It's just fascinating to already kind of know what you're watching, so you can look for the other stuff. Like, the whole thing is like shot out in Santa Clarita, and there's this like carnival out in the desert, and like there's so many interesting things about this carnival that I remember just completely missing because I was busy trying to keep up with what the actors are saying to each other.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's just so freaking interesting.
Yeah.
When you have producers going for 10 out of 10 set design and costumes. The costumes are amazing. Yeah. Like Daniel Kaluuya plays a horse rancher who also provides performance horses to Hollywood, and so he dresses a certain way when he's trying to sell his product, and it's so interesting. His costumes are so freaking interesting.
Yeah,
but he's also just like, he's amazing. Stephen Wen is freaking amazing.
That's great in it.
It's really good.
That was the guy talking in most of that clip. And like I was just like, man, I'm gonna have to go watch Beef again now. I'm gonna have to find him in The Walking Dead. I haven't seen any of The Walking Dead after like 2012.
We stopped watching The Walking Dead shortly after things happened to Stephen Wen's character.
Sounds like,
I thought it was Stephen Yeun, by the way. It's Stephen Wen.
Is it Wen? I thought it was Yeun as well. I don't know. But
sure.
he
the guy, and he spoiled Walking Dead for me.
Yeah,
inadvertently.
Interesting.
In at Dragon Con, he's like, he's always asking, said, do they let you guys read ahead in the comics to see what happens to your characters, or do they recommend you don't do that? And he says, they do. They let us read ahead. So yeah, I saw what happens to my character, and I said, I haven't seen what happens to your character yet.
Yeah, I'd read the comic prior, so I knew, but it was still where I fell off. I just could not do. I couldn't go on. It's just. I'm sure there's value in going back and catching up, and I'm sure there's good stuff. But man, f that moment.
It's just such a fine film, and you can pick any part of it. You can say, I'm going to watch this for Keke Palmer, and you're going to really enjoy yourself because Keke Palmer puts in such an incredible performance, and she made this film when she was 28.
Yeah, she's great.
Mind blowing.
She's great. Her career is just getting going, man. Yeah. She's Got so much more to do. Also, real quick on this whole thing, we haven't mentioned it, but one of my favorite character actors of all time, Michael Wincott, is in this. Michael Wincott.
Yes, he is, and he plays a very Michael Wincott role. He is as Michael Wincott as he can be in this movie.
I'd watch him read ingredients off the back of a milk carton. I love that guy.
Like I say, it's not a spoiler that Keith David dies because it's the very first thing that happens in the movie, but it's just sad because like you want more of him.
Yeah.
It's so much
He's
more.
one of those, his voice is kind of ASMR for me. Like it's very calming, and I don't know, there's something about his voice that does that to me.
I started watching that new Duster show with Josh Holloway. I'm really digging it. It's only an episode in, so I can't really say how the whole series is yet, but Sawyer's all grown up. It's 20 years ago. He lost.
So weird, yeah.
Very weird. It still looks great. But anyway, he's amazing at it. Everyone's real good. But I didn't know until I started watching the episode that Keith David's all over this thing. And I love, I don't know how to put it. I like Keith David when he's just a little nuts.
Yeah.
And he's a little nuts in this.
They Live kind of Keith David.
Yeah, it's hard to put my finger on what it is about him and his performances and when it's nuts enough, but he's great in Duster. If you haven't started watching that, it's freaking great. All right, well, excellent recommendation there for Nope, and again, that is on Peacock.
It is.
As well as buying it or renting it somewhere else. Okay. There is that. Now I will play my clip, and you guys will hopefully be excited about this because I sure was. Here you go.
Okay, all right, brothers. Listen, we still got each other. And when the time comes, we'll make these count. They won't stick around long. Jade, you don't know shit. I saw him. Croc and me both. Right, Croc? We climbed a trashed pyramid. Saw streets near the river burning, giants dancing in the flames. Then we saw the giants rip up Big Bridge by the roots and throw it at the moon. Black art spinning end over end through shredded smoke and never fell back. No one asked me to smash him, there isn't a blade big enough. Jade, if I tell you to smash, you smash.
All right, that guy you just heard right there was John Boyega, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
This is a segment of the brand new season 4 of Love, Death, and Robots, which I devoured and loved every freaking second of it. I think this is one of my favorite series of all time, and I was so happy to have more to do. Secret Level came in the interim, and that was also awesome. Same showrunners, same creators, so it was nice to basically get a video gamified version of what is essentially Love, Death, and Robots. Also awesome.
So that
people should watch
so
that.
400 Boys sounds like a smelly gymnasium.
Yeah, it really does. And it's nothing. That title will give you no hints as to what 400 Boys this segment is about, but that is what that particular segment is called. It was my favorite so far, although I bounce around, and I don't know why we as humans have to always come up with favorites for things. But like this and Black Mirror, it's like impossible for people not to try to rank their episodes or whatever. So I'm just going to tell people that there is stuff here for everyone to love. There's nothing about this that you should avoid if you are into this animation and into what Love, Death, and Robots has always been since its inception in 2019. It is a mix of different animation styles and stories, all told in relative short form by some amazing teams and studios and in some cases individuals. And it is like going back to the mid 80s when I would go to the Blue Mouse or the Midtown, forgot the name of the theater, Tower Theater, to watch these animation festivals that would roll through town. And I would eat that stuff up like it was the greatest thing in the history of the world. And it's because it was so good. And here's the truth of those festivals and of these episodes and of anything like this, Liquid Television, whatever era you kind of got exposed to similar stuff like this, it's always a mixed bag of stuff that's maybe too weird for your taste or really awesome and amazing. It's the greatest thing you've ever seen. And then a lot of stuff in between. But I appreciate all of it. Even the ones that don't land on me the most, I still love that they got made. I still love that someone's vision is there. They're some of the most artistic things you can even watch. And all that said, I'm going to tell you the three that really got me in this episode. There's some returning stuff. The first one's got the least good reviews because people are just weird about it. But it's basically a Red Hot Chili Peppers Ireland Slane Castle famous performance they did. It's recreated entirely. It was from 03 originally. So
that's interesting.
They redid the whole thing with marionette, but it's not real marionettes. It's all CG.
Like still CGI marionettes, but
crazy good, like really realistic stuff as far as them looking like marionettes. And the reason I know that is because they have wires for everyone in the audience, everybody on stage.
Oh, really?
It is wild. It's worth seeing, but it really is just a music video. And so I see why people are, not that freaked out about that one. But the one a couple seasons ago, these guys did a bunch of zombies, but it was done in a tilt shift, like camera way up in the sky kind of way.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
They're back one with one called Close Encounters of the Mini Kind, which is alien invasion, but similar vibe. You see a wiener in it. I'm warning you now. That's just a thing to let you know. But then my favorite three are Spider Rose, because I'm still not even sure what the hell I saw, but I loved it. I freaking love Spider Rose. I don't want to spoil any of these. So it was just, my takes. 400 Boys is probably my number one. Spider Rose I'd put somewhere in the top three. And then if you liked when they sometimes mix live action, then you'll like Golgotha, which is this one featuring Rise Darby.
I was gonna say, yeah, I saw that. You pull it up just on the website, and that's the first one that Kenny show you silent trailers for.
Yeah, and it's a little weird at first because you're like, wait a minute, is this what are they doing here? And then you remember, they've done this in the past with the Freezer one with Topher Grace, and it's not super unusual for them to do a little mixed one, but those are inherently a little less interesting for me just for those reasons. How Zeke Got Religion is a trip. I cannot recommend this one enough. Just know that it is dark and violent, but holy shit, How Zeke Got Religion is cool. The artistry on display here is mind-boggling. I'll give you the short of it. B-17 Flying Fortress Liberty Bell has the oddest mission of World War II, a journey into occupied France to bomb a church before the Nazis can raise an ancient evil. And it goes places. It is awesome. I freaking love that one. Anyway, all of them are very good. They've got some funny ones, some ones that are a little bit more serious. Again, I'm not going to rank seasons because I think that's folly. I think all the seasons have stuff worthy to watch. And I would recommend, if you've never seen all these, just sit down and binge all 4 seasons. They're shorts. They're all tiny little episodes. They're not long. And I hope you'll have as good a time as me. This stuff is like gold for me. I just absorb it. I'm
having a hard time thinking of an anthology series that got multiple seasons that wasn't good. Like this is just how it goes. If you're getting multiple seasons, you're making really good stuff.
Yeah, I think that's true. We're living in a bit of a renaissance period for anthology, I think. Fargo is a really good example of that working really well, but there's certainly other examples of it. The White Lotus is essentially an anthology series, or per season anyway. Yeah. So it's either seasonal anthology or episodic. I just love it. And this is a case where they don't really tie anything together. Like none of this stuff is intrinsically connected, these episodes, but it is fun to see them, some of these guys come back and do new stuff. Like you're going to recognize some of the styles this season from some returning studios. My biggest beef, I only got one huge beef, and it's an episode called The Screaming of the Tyrannosaur. And it is very cool. The concept is cool. It's basically outer space gladiatorial stuff. Whoops, there we go. Very, very cool. I don't want to give too much away about it. It was directed by Tim Miller, who's founded this whole Love, Death, and Robots show. Here's my problem. Mr. Beast is in it, and it's impossible not to notice Mr. Beast. I think it just took me out. So
really? Yeah.
You don't need to put popular YouTubers in your shit.
Yeah.
Could have been anybody else. And literally anybody could have been this character.
Yeah. Is Netflix having a hard time with people showing up to watch these?
I mean, I don't think so. That's why it bugged me so bad, because it just made me go, really? I mean, I no particular beef against Mr. Beast, Mr. Beef. But you didn't, anybody could have done it. There wasn't anything special about the performance. It's all mocapped. His face kind of looks like it, so it's creepy and weird. Everything else in the episode is badass and cool. I don't need to see no Mr. Beast in there.
Yeah.
Every now and then you hear this about Black Mirror, like talking to a coworker, and they'll be like, I love Black Mirror, except that one appearance of, and they'll name someone they hate. I hate Aaron Paul, and he was in, I hate John Hamm, whatever, whoever it is. And I always just wonder, like, was the show made for him though? Like, what was Mr. Beast in from the beginning?
I don't know. I mean, it is a thing where he's running, the character he's playing is playing this sci-fi leader of ceremonies, master of ceremonies that's running this gladiatorial combat thing. So he's on the mic going.
It's like a future version of Mr. Beast.
A little bit. Yeah, but they could have done it almost with any, like, get Bob,
right?
Not Bob
like
Hope.
Stunt casting kind of stuff.
I don't know why I said Bob Hope, but like
Bob Hope.
A popular
grandparents.
get like mocap Pat Sajak or something, like something with a little bit of like heft and time on them, on their backs. But just like just the hot freaking, YouTube guy, F that shit. That annoyed me. Other than that, though, and again, I think the episode is still worthy of seeing. It's really cool. It's just those moments where I was like, Mr. Beast, really, what are you doing here? Anyway, it was great. I loved it. That's Love, Death, and Robots. All 4 seasons are up and available. I have gone back and started all of them again because I love them so much. And if you haven't ever watched this, you should. If you have an ounce of artistic appreciation in your body.
That is a strong recommendation, man. I don't want to have an ounce of artistic appreciation.
Yeah, I don't want to. I mean, I feel like it's almost like I think this is going to definitely not. There are people who are going to see this sort of thing and go, I don't get it. And that's okay. It's totally fine. But man, do I get it. It just put it in my veins, this stuff. I love it so much.
I was going to say, is this the 4th time Scott's recommended this series? But then I went and looked at quicktms.li, and it's only the 2nd time Scott has recommended.
Yeah, I think I recommended season maybe 3. Might have been 2. I don't remember how far back we started doing these. But 2019, the first season's, it's all good. There's nothing bad. Go watch it all. Even the ones you think are weak, it doesn't matter. They're still cool. All right.
I wish everyone in the world, if they wanted it, could get the experience of going to see Spike and Mike's Festival of Animation in a movie theater in the 1990s.
Yes, dude.
It was like nothing I'd ever experienced in my life. And having a crowd there and having, like, they would show 3 dozen shorts. Like, it was a lot. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, there were some things that didn't land, right? Things that you just didn't love. Sure. Mm-hmm. But like, there was so much, and they had always kind of put the best stuff at the beginning and the end. Mm-hmm. And so, like, it was worth staying through and seeing the best stuff.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, and these guys started like as early as, well, as I say early, I guess not that early, but anyway, 1977, those guys started doing their thing, ran all the way through the 80s. In 1990, they renamed it The Sick and Twisted. Then it really took off anytime it was in town. And this is such a pre-internet time that would not happen now this way. The way it happens now is Love, Death, and Robots and Secret Level. And this is how we get it now. Right. I don't know if it's good or if it's bad, but all I know is, like The Cat Came Back. I don't know if you remember this one. Somebody did The Cat Came Back video. It's about this cat that won't die, and it uses that music from the song. The Cat Came Back.
Yeah.
It is so burned into my head. Anything from who's the guy that did the real sketchy stuff with colored pencils? Bill Plimpton.
Bill Plimpton. I love it when I see a Bill Plimpton Simpsons opening. He's done a few.
Mm-hmm. They're amazing.
And yeah, he's great.
Anyway,
but the list of creators who had a short in Spike and Mike's before they became famous is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
it's unfreaking believable that John Lasseter and Brad Bird were featured in Spike and Mike's before they became famous.
Yeah, it's real good. I recommend all of it. Go check it out. Available now, Netflix. Hopefully they just keep making this shit. And I know they got a 2nd season already approved for Prime's version of his the Secret Level show, which I also absolutely loved. The 40K episode of that one, it just lives in my brain all day.
Here's a question for you. Do you think Love, Death, and Robots would find a wider audience if it had a different name?
Yeah, but I kind of like it that it doesn't. It's like Liquid Television. It's like Spike and...
It's like if you know kind of thing.
Yeah, I kind of like that it's that. I don't want it to be too mainstreamy. I want it to be edgy and hard to get into a little.
Okay, Scott.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, part of its charm is that it's avant-garde and kind of pushing limits. I kind of need that. So anyway.
All right.
I love it all. That's going to do it for us. Randy, what's going on with FilmSec this week? What are we doing?
We are watching the
Go-Oonies? The Go-Oonies?
The Gonius.
Begonias. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a flower, maybe? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I've never seen the Goonies. I know that sounds stupid, but I'm going to see it for the first time this week.
Everybody's got one of those movies that's, that you haven't seen, that everybody else in the world has seen.
What's your worst offender on that, Brian? What do you think the movie you haven't seen is?
The English Patient probably is the one that I have left. Like, I've fulfilled a lot of the ones beforehand that I'd never seen.
Mm-hmm.
Footloose was a late thing for me. Like, I didn't see Footloose until 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, geez. I didn't know that. That's a big one.
I mean, I figure I pretty much knew what it was about.
It turns out you were right.
Yeah, pretty much knew exactly. Like, exactly what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus is a good example, too.
Yeah.
Didn't watch that until last year.
Yeah, that was
regret every second of it.
Yeah, I saw that one late, too. But, I haven't seen The English Patient either. That's a funny shared one. Randy, do you have a thing you're like...
One of the top 50 films of all time is this Brazilian film called City of God, and I just keep saying I'm gonna watch it, and I just never get around to it.
Yeah, I think I know what that one. I think I've even seen that one. That's the one. It's all in Portuguese, right? And it's I have seen this. That's a great movie.
It's one of those things that always comes up on the lists of like you should have seen this if you like movies at all, and I just keep forgetting. And I need to watch it.
Yeah, that was a big winner of lots of awards and things, if I remember right. It's also real dark. So if you want to have a nice depressing time,
terrific.
Good luck. Well, that's great. Anyway.
I have seen Slumdog Millionaire, which is also super dark.
Oh yeah.
On my list of shame, I haven't seen Slumdog.
Oh, really?
Dude.
Shyamala. Yeah, that's one you should see.
And I love me some Danny Boyle. I see all his movies, I think, usually, but I haven't seen that one. All right. Well, there you have it. Randy, have a fantastic week.
We're going to watch the Goonies. We're going to make fun of Scott, as always.
Yeah.
And,
it'll be a great time.
It's going to be a great time.
Yep. Be there or don't. All right. There you go. Off he goes. Hey, that's the end of the show today. I don't know if you know this, Brian, but we're done.
That's it.
Sort of. I got a Jeff email I'm going to read real quick.
I love this one.
Yeah, it's real good. Jeff Sire, good old pal of the show, known him forever. Bronco wrote in and says, hey, Brian and Scott, this is Jeff in Canada. Here is a note about the McKenzie brothers from SCTV, Bob and Doug McKenzie. In the 1970s, Canadian content was laws emerged requiring a certain percentage of radio and television content to be Canadian. I kind of remember someone else talking about this. I remember why or what. But anyway, this helped foster our own talent, preventing them from being overshadowed by the entertainment in the industry by the U.S. By the 1980s, after our arts sector developed, we began exporting comedians and music to you guys, having matured under these protections. It's true. Lots of them. Mike Myers, Jim Carrey,
Dan Aykroyd. The list goes on and on and on.
Yeah, Norm Macdonald, all those guys. Anyway, he says, however, some of the rules were a bit impractical. For TV, a certain percentage of the show had to be about Canada.
Wow.
This is like the PSAs and cartoons when you and I were a kid.
Right. Totally. Yeah.
Kind of weird. He says it didn't matter if the entire cast and crew were Canadian or if the show was simply made in Canada. They also had to discuss Canadian stuff. SCTV ran into problems because they kept kept the setting generic, so it wasn't Canadian enough. The Great White North Album segment was a response to this. It was essentially saying, oh, you want to see Canadian? Hold my beer, bud. Great White North is how we view the stereotype of ourselves, our accent, our love of hockey, the way we dress, all of it. It is every Canadian stereotype we've ever faced, multiplied and mirrored back. I never really looked at it that way. I assumed it was us doing that, but you're right.
No,
coming out of there.
Them saying, here's it would be like us, doing a TV show about some dudes who live in a trailer, eat nothing but cheeseburgers, fire guns, and
yeah. You guys, but they gave us such a gift with this. I love the McKenzie
really
brothers so much.
Oh my God, they're so good.
He assigns at Jeff Sire from Grafton, Ontario, Canada, and in parentheses, not the 51st state, now or ever. We're with you, buddy.
We're totally with you. Yeah.
Although I wouldn't mind being your sixth province or fifth, however many you got there.
You know, if you don't mind a non-contiguous landmass, Colorado would be a great, Utah and Colorado would be a great sixth province or seventh province.
We'll get some kind of tube travel in the air, whatever we got to do.
Yeah.
We'll make it work. Anyway, that'll do it for today. frogpants.com/TMS. He sent that via email, which is themorningstream@gmail.com. And as always, you can send in your voicemails, your texts, and your AI-ridden read text, if you like, over to voicecast.app/TMS. It's going to do it for today. Brian, let's play a song.
Okay, this one is going out to Logan Larson, one of my coaches for my time management class with No Better You.
Mm-hmm.
Still time to sign up. By the end of the month, you can sign up and still be part of it.
Sweet.
Logan says, hello, Scott and Brian. Today marks what would have been my sister's 34th birthday. It's been 13 years since she fought and lost her battle with breast cancer, and she was truly unforgettable. Though her time with us was far too brief, she taught me the importance of cherishing every single moment. In loving memory of her, I would be grateful if you could play a cover of Green Day's Good Riddance, Time of Your Life, or Pink Floyd's Time. Both songs remind me of the impact of living life to the fullest. Your show has been a constant source of joy through good times and hard times, and I want to thank you for the light you bring into the world. Wishing you continued joy in all you do. With warm regards, Logan Larson.
Oh, that's very nice, man. I'm so
thank you,
sorry
Logan.
about your sister.
Yeah, it's tough. I went with your first choice, a cover of Green Day's Good Riddance. And this is one that is also very touching because of the performer and the way it was done. Glenn Campbell, recently going through dementia, Alzheimer's issues, put out an album in 2008 when he still had a lot of his faculties together called Meet Glenn Campbell, and wanted to make sure he included this one on his album. It's a cover of Green Day's Good Riddance, Time of Your Life. Here is Glenn Campbell.
Hello, I'm a tailor, and your pant size is frog. You're always welcome at frogpants.com.